Well, hello, everybody. John here, and it's my birthday today, and I have fortunately wrapped up all my work for the day. I just finished doing my companion video for all the unanswered questions that we had today, and ooh, small blind. Why not? Get in for free. And that's what happens when you play 8-6. So I'm just gonna hit the old check fold. So yeah, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I have actually got most of my work done today already. I just wrapped up doing the companion video for today. So I've got about an hour and 10 minutes before Anne gets home. And then Anne is taking me out for dinner for my birthday tonight, just me and her tonight, which is great. We did a thing with a group of people the other night, but today on my birthday, it's just me and Anne, which we don't get a lot of evenings to ourselves these days, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to just be the two of us. So hello to everybody in there, Gerard, Dave, Woods, Garrison, Ruben, and everybody else in there. 8-9 in decent position. I'll play that. Why not? So since I thought I've got about an hour and 10 minutes to kill, and I finished my work for the day. Ooh, all hearts. I don't have a heart. I have second pair with no heart. I will take a free card if they will drop one on me here. 7's not bad. I'm still scared of that king. A lot of people in this hand. By the way, I bought in with $95 million. I bought in with 95 million chips. I'm going to go half pot on this. I bought in for 95 million in chips. I'm sitting at 89 right now. Let's see what happens. And that's another heart. I'm dead. So check fold. I'm out. Someone's got an ace of hearts. Yeah, there it is. There's the ace. David up there in the top corner's got the old ace going. Of that, I'm feeling pretty sure. So yeah, everybody can hear me okay? I hope so. So yeah, just playing along. And the Sebastian Dietz is saying, hey, John from Germany. Well, hello. Good to have you here, man. Okay, let's see what's going on here. 6-7. I'm not going to play 6-7. Not quite yet. Anyway, so hopefully, I don't know for sure. Yesterday there was a bit of a delay. Well, I did a play in chat yesterday, and I got told there was a bit of a delay between that the audio and video is just slightly out of sync. Hopefully, that's not the case today. And KW Garrett is asking, how old are you anyway? I turned 47 today. Today I turned 47, so happy birthday to me. Oh, look at that. I would have had the nut straight. I would have had the nut straight had I played that 6-7. Oh, well, that'll learn me. That'll learn me. 2-3 spades. I am for those of you who weren't watching yesterday, I'm actually a little bit of a fan. When I play poker online, I play much more loose than I would say playing at a poker table in Vegas. So please do not watch me play poker online and think, oh, this is how I should play poker live if I was playing live. Because I play much more loose. I still try to be a little bit smart, though. I try to be smart. Let's see. Hold on. It says, Shervin H. just sent in a super chat. Thank you, Shervin, who wrote in, love watching you play poker. Teach us the ways. Well, I'll do my best, Shervin. So here's my thing. 2 spades flop. This is a nice thing about 2-3, these little suit connectors, is sometimes you can hit these nice little flops. If you can get in for cheap, now look at that, I just hit my flush. If you can get in for cheap, you can win some okay money. Now, I am in a little bit of trouble here that one of these guys might also have a flush, and I just got to hope another spade, and now I'm done. I'm dead. Because all it takes is one of these guys to have one spade, and I'm finished. Oh, neither of them had a spade. I was good the whole time. So there you go. So with these little suited connectors, suited connector cards like 2-3 spades, 7-8 of hearts, or whatever, if you can get in for cheap, like if you can get in without anybody else raising significantly, and you can get to see a cheap flop, I like seeing those flops because a lot of different things can happen. Because with a 2-3 of spades, there are straight possibilities. I'm not calling a 4.5 raise with the 8-6 offsuit. There's a bunch of different things that can happen, or a combination of things that can happen on a flop. So like that one, I had 2-3 spades, 2 spades flop, and I got in the hand for cheap. So then suddenly my hand looks pretty good. People don't expect people to have 2s and 3s in their hands. So, 2, like in this flop here, we had 2 2s and an 8 on a flop. I mean, that would have been a really nice hand to disguise, right? And then you got straight possibilities. But the other great thing about these little suited connector cards, at least to me, worst hand in poker, I won't play it, even though I'm the small blind. What makes it really advantageous to me isn't all the good things that can happen on the flop, is that with a 2-3 of spades in your hand, unless you totally hit the flop, it's an easy hand to lay down. Because here's what happens sometimes. Sometimes guys play a hand like 10-jack, right? And with a 10-jack, ace 10-4 hits. Well, now they got middle pair. And even though they're probably behind and probably going to lose the hand, they will stay in it. They can get in trouble. With a 2-3 of spades or a 6 or 7 of hearts, whatever, it's a very easy hand to get away from. It's easy to stay out of trouble with a hand like that. So for that reason and a few others, I like playing little suited connector cards. Let's see. Edgar Navarro just wrote in, "Happy birthday, John. You don't look a day over 30. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You can't see really close here, but I mean, you got some of the gray in the hair here that gives away a little bit. I've got a little bit of a Reed Richards thing starting, and on the side there, you can see a little bit of gray creeping their way in there. But thank you so much, Edgar. I've had a great birthday so far, and a great birthday week, actually, so far I've had. Okay, Tom Growcut writes, "Poker is more of a sport than baseball. Happy birthday." Look, I love that they show the World Series of Poker on ESPN and all that kind of stuff. I don't know that I love playing poker. I don't know that I'd call it a sport. Poker is definitely a game. It's definitely a game. It's a great game. I love playing this game. But yeah, even though they played on ESPN, and I love that they played on ESPN, I'm not going to play 8-4. Even though they played on ESPN, and I love that they played on ESPN, even I, who loves playing poker, will never say that poker is a sport. Other people may disagree with me, and that's fine. I consider it a great game. Much like I don't consider baseball a sport. I consider baseball a great game, but not a sport, but I'm in the vast, vast minority on that, so you can just ignore me. Let's see. Nathan Oswald wrote in, "I share birthdays with Demi Lovato, Amy Adams, Andrew Garfield, and Al Roker on August 20th. Really? Amy Adams and Andrew Garfield have a birthday on the same day? That's actually pretty cool. I like that. That's really, really neat. And so when August comes around, Nathan, happy birthday to you. Okay, 9-3, no good hands. Now, the nice thing is, yesterday was a good session. I bought in with 100 or 95 million yesterday. I bought in with in WSOP chips, and I finished with like 350, somewhere around 350 million. So I finished really up yesterday. Today, once again, I bought in for 95 million in chips. Right now I'm sitting at 108.9 million, so I'm up today for the day already, and that's always good. Hopefully, I'll end the day up. Let's see. Trey Gaming just wrote in, "Hey, John, have a happy birthday. Hope you and Ann have a great time tonight." Thank you so much, Trey. I really appreciate that. I have no idea where we're going tonight. I have no idea. And all I did was I asked Ann, I said, okay, just do I have to dress up because I hate dressing up? Do I have to dress up? She said, nope, don't have to dress up tonight. I'm like, okay, then we're good. So I have no idea where we're going, though. That was a nice hand. Okay, let's see. Do I have one I can play? This is another good example of these little suited connector cards. 9A. As long as nobody raises big, I'll probably get in this hand. So I just limped in with 1 million. I want to keep, so somebody raised it to 3. I can call another 2 million. That's fine because I'm getting pot odds at this point. So as long as nobody went crazy and raised it to like 7 or 10. And look at that. I've got a pair. I've got middle pair, and I've got, runner, straight and flush possibilities. I'm going to check this. Okay, so no straight, no flush. So that kind of killed the hand. Now I've got to see an 8 or a 9. Do I want to call that 2 million? Well, there's 21 million in the pot, so to call 2 may not be the wisest thing, but there's 21 million in the pot, and that does it. I'm still sitting on second pair, but somebody could very easily have 2 pair. And, I'll be the sucker. I'll call 2 more million. Unless somebody raises here, then I'll fold. Nah, I didn't play this hand well. Oh, look at that. I actually ended up winning it. The 8 was good enough, so I won the hand. There you go. That's why you try to keep the pot small and all that kind of stuff. So I'm up to 133 million. King 9, I should not play this hand, but I just feel like playing it, so I played it. Let's see here. Nathan Oswald just wrote in, is Ann taking you to Hooters? Don't laugh. Ann and I like going to Hooters. Somebody bet 2 million. I missed that flop entirely. I'm going to fold. Ann and I both like going to Hooters. Oh, look at that. The 9 came, but I didn't know that. We've got a Hooters here in Burbank that's just about a 15-minute walk from our house here. And we like going to it. We will go there and eat there. Actually, we've even gone to that Hooters there to watch the UFC a couple of times. We've gone there with other people and friends to go watch UFC and stuff like that there. So Ann and I both like wings. We like wings. And Hooters has got some pretty good wings. So Ann has taken me there a few times. Okay, what are we having? Pocket pair. Now, pocket pair, particularly small pocket pairs. And I'm talking like I'm an expert. I am no expert. I'm just telling you my personal philosophy of playing it. Pocket pairs are good. I like to see a flop again. Small pocket pairs are good. I like to see a flop with a small and keep the pot small. They only raised 2 million. I'll call that. Now, what I really want to see is a 3. I want to see a 3 flop. That gives me a very, very strong hand. But if not, I'm going to get away from it. See, 7-8 jack, check. It only cost me 2 million to get into the hand. It missed. Okay. Now I can get out. On the river up at the top there, just bet 3 million. I'm clearly going to fold because I got the worst hand right now. And yeah, but with a small pocket pair, I like to call, see what comes out, because if you do hit a 3, like if that was, instead of 8-7 jack, let's say that was 8-3 jack, somebody's going to have a jack, maybe even a big jack, and they'll have no idea that I'm sitting on a set. Like, look, that's exactly what happened with Haas up there. Pocket 7s, 7 flopped, disguised really well. He got into the pot for cheap, and he won a big hand. So that was really good on him. All right. 9 jack. What kind of position am I in? Horrible position, but I'm already in for half of it anyway, so I might as well call it. 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got an up and down straight draw. I'm just going to check for now. So I need a 10 or a 5 to give me a straight. A 10 gives me a very good straight. So I'm for 2 million, as long as nobody re-raises that 2 million. I'll call 2 million to see another card. All right, calling 2. Now I want to see a 5 or a 10. 2, okay, I'll check. Now, someone's going to know that some of us are on straight draws, and they should bet big here to push us off. Somebody should bet like 10 million at least to push us off the hand. Only 3. I think if he was going to bet, he should have bet 3. He should have bet like 10, but I'm going to call for 3 and get another card. Maybe I'll get a 5 and a 10 and I'll sink him. Another 7. I'm going to check, but I guarantee you that Sam dude didn't want to see a 7 either, unless he's already got a straight. He may have flopped a straight. He's betting 5. I can't call because technically I have nothing, so I fold. And he had the straight. He did flop the straight. He had 5-9 that gave him a straight right off the flop, so there you go. All right, jack 2, I'm going to fold that for now. But anyway, go over here, guys. Apple was my idea. I love that username. Apple was my idea writes, do you think Disney or Kennedy have any regrets of firing Lord and Miller from Solo after their Oscar win for Spider-Verse? No, none. For 2 reasons. Number 1, Lord and Miller didn't direct Spider-Verse. A lot of people forget that, but Lord and Miller didn't actually direct Spider-Verse. So that's a big thing to keep in mind. But number 2 is, look, nobody ever doubted that Lord and Miller are great. But that doesn't mean they were doing something great. Look, the fact of the matter is this. Lord and Miller agreed to make a movie based on a script by Lawrence Kasdan, the guy who wrote The Empire Strikes Back. And they agreed to make that movie. And then they got on the movie and started making a completely different movie that was not what Lucasfilm wanted. And I don't think would have been good for Star Wars. And because they were just going just slapstick comedy, and I don't think you do that with Han Solo. I think you have comedy in there, but you don't go slapstick comedy. And I think they were making a film that they were not supposed to make, and I think they were making a film that was against what they agreed to make, and they got removed. So, no. I mean, look, they took them off the project knowing how good they are, but they were making the wrong film. I think Lord Miller made a bad decision. They made the wrong film, and they got removed. And that's okay. I'm still a big fan of Lord Miller. And I have no doubt they'll go on to make many good movies. But remember, Lucasfilm didn't remove Lord and Miller because they didn't like them. They love them. They removed Lord and Miller because they were making the wrong film, a film they didn't agree to make. They had agreed to make a certain film, and then they kind of hijacked it and tried to go off in a totally different direction. The thing is, if you're a filmmaker working with a producer and you come to an agreement on what your vision for the film is, and you come into an agreement that this is the movie we're going to make, then you don't then sneak off behind the bleachers and start to make an entirely different movie, because it's not your money that you're playing around with, right? Like, it's not your money. It's somebody else's money. Okay, here we are in another situation with these little suited connected cards, 4 or 5 of diamonds. I do like the little 4 or 5 of diamonds. So I'm going to see if what I can get it. Somebody raised it to 3. 3's okay. Like, if somebody raised it to like 4.5, I probably would have folded. But with 3, I'll get in there and see that. And look at this. I've got a pair. I've got a flush draw. I've got an outside straight draw. This is a pretty good flop for me. Now, they bet 2. I'm going to call the 7. Because I got a lot of things that can happen here. I can have a 4 hit that gives me 2 pair. I can have a 5 hit that gives me a set. I can have a diamond hit that gives me a flush. A 3 or a 7 gives me an up and down straight draw. And, oh, this guy raised it to 21. If this was live, I would fold. But because I'm playing online, I'll call it. So there's the 2. Doesn't help me at all. I need a 5, a 4, or a diamond. There's 105 million in there. Even 17 million is a big bet. There's 105 million. I got to call for 105 million in the pot. Oh, dear. This is really going to hurt. If I don't hit a 5, a 4, or a diamond, this is going to hurt. Well, I've got 2 pair, so we'll see what happens. Somebody may already have a straight. Yep, he's got a straight. I've got 2 pair, but he's betting 28. I got to fold. And he's got a straight. Yep. Saw that coming. So I had the other guy beat, but I needed the diamond to hit for me to get that flush. All right, so that was a bad hand for me. Did not work out the way I wanted to. I played that badly. So I have gone from being up to now I'm about 29 million down. So I'm at 66 million now. I was at like 105. I'm now down to 66. That was a bad hand for me. Didn't work out. At least I was smart enough to fold on the river, but I probably should have folded on the turn. I really should, but it was there was 105 million in the pot. You got to call. I mean, yeah, you know what? No, I didn't play it all that bad. The guy bet 17 million. There was 105 million in the pot. I think I was more than a 5-1 odds of catching the card, but unfortunately the other dude already had the straight. So there you go. Okay. Anyway, Abdul writes, just stumbled on a Star Wars Celebration vid, and somebody instantly hit it with Last Jedi was garbage. Will this hatred and behavior ever end? No, probably not. I mean, look, trolls are trolls, and it's cool to have that opinion, but why do you want to go around all over the place and shove your opinion in everybody's face? Like, really? Like, okay, you hate The Last Jedi. Why did you have to come to a Star Wars Celebration page and leave that comment? Like, oh, because you desperately want attention. You just want to ruin things for people. Okay, I now have 3 3s. So I'm going to bet here. Now, hopefully everybody will fold. Yeah. I'm happy to take it. I'm happy to take it right there. Okay, back up to 72.4 million. All right, if nobody raises here, I'm already the small blind in for 500K. If nobody raises, I'll finish the bet and at least get in for another 500,000. See what happens. And I can, so I got in for cheap. Let's see what happens in the flop. Oh, but Tiny beside me raised to 10 million. I am not calling 10 million with 4-3. So I'm getting out of this hand. But so yeah, like I have no problem. Like if I put up a post on YouTube saying, I think The Last Jedi was great. Nothing wrong with somebody jumping in and says, well, I think The Last Jedi is garbage. That's fine. That's totally fair. But why would you go to the Star Wars Celebration page, something where nobody asked for your opinion here? This is us celebrating Star Wars. Why do you feel the need to come in here and drop Star Wars is garbage? That's troll behavior. That's troll behavior. Yeah, which is true. Now, hating The Last Jedi is not troll behavior, but purposely just going out to a celebration page and like an asshole just dropping that in there, that's troll behavior. I think everybody will agree that that is troll behavior, which is too bad, but it is what it is. Okay, Let's see here. I'm glad I got out of that hand. 8-3. All right, just looking over here, seeing what you guys are talking about. Let's see. Casual gamer saying, as someone who loves Last Jedi, loves Jedi, I do, and why people would dislike it, but Star Wars fans took it too far. Oh yeah, like I said, the problem is once it's expressing your opinion on a movie, even if it's you hate it, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. That's part of being a film fan. There are movies I hate, there are movies you hate, and we should be able to express that we hate it. However, when the purpose, when the intention of you, Queen 4, I'm not going to play that. When the intention that you have of writing out your comment is specifically to upset somebody else, like, hey, look, I don't like a movie, pardon me, and I'm just going to say I don't like a movie. That shouldn't bother anybody. But when your intention of writing out something is to purposefully upset somebody, then you're an asshole. Then that makes you an asshole. So, like, if, saying, I think Kelly Marie Tran is a ching, chang, 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 and all the racial slurs and everything they want to do, that just makes you an asshole. When you purposely, even if it's just something as simple as, I like playing ace 5 suited, but this dude up here just raised a 20 million. I am not going to call 20 million with ace 5 in my hand. Like when you go over, and I would have won. Oh no, that dude got it straight. That dude called 20 million with 8-10, for heaven's sakes. Anyway, so clearly when you're a dude and the movie was out over a year ago, and now you just go over to the Star Wars Celebration page, clearly you're there to upset people. That's your whole point. And there are some people who are such cousin-humping, basement-dwelling losers that's the only joy they get in their life is by trying to upset other people. It's hard to believe there are people that pathetic in the world, but they do exist. And that's really when it gets pushed too far. Okay, let me get over here for a second. Let's see. Who's next? The Spectacular Spider Guy writes, May is full of movies. How is JW3 going to survive? Jurassic World? What? I don't know what JW3 is. Guys, I don't know what JW3 is. Anyway, yeah. Brightburn, Detective Pikachu, Godzilla, so many other movies in May. John Wick 3. Okay, John Wick needs to murder the competition. Well, but the one thing you got to remember, the Spectacular Spider Guy, is like, first of all, a lot of months have big things. There's room for a lot of people. And, oh, look at that. I would have had nothing. Remember, none of the John Wick films made big box office. They did well for a relatively tiny budget. John Wick doesn't have to make $400 million at the box office to be profitable, right? That's one of the big advantages of the John Wick franchise, is that they don't have to make a ridiculous amount of money. Look at this garbage I'm getting, 5-2. They don't have to make a huge amount of money in order to break even and be profitable. So you can slide a John Wick in there. Look, every month is going to have its share of heavy hitter movies, but I think John Wick is going to do just fine. And remember, none of the John Wick films make huge bank. They're nice and tidy, profitable, and that's all they need them to be. As long as they make the movies good, then I'm perfectly happy. Okay, let's see here. KW Garrett, once I see my hand. 5-3. Well, the only way I'm playing this hand is if nobody else raises. Somebody already raised 18 million, so I'm going to fold. KW Garrett writes, in real casino poker, what do you do when rich players try to bully you out of the game with huge bets at the beginning? $100 just to see the flop. Ugh. Oh, then, no. I'll tell you what, KW, I lick my chops. Poor dude, Pocket King's got busted by an ace. I absolutely lick my chops when that happens, because okay, all I got to do is be patient. All I got to do is be a little bit patient. And I always get them. Because, somebody likes to come in and start throwing a whole ton of money around. and try to bully pots and blah, blah, like $60 per, like I'll generally play at either a 1-2 table. A 1-2 table simply means your minimum bet is the small blind is $1, the big blind is $2, okay? Or I'll play at a 2-3 table, which is small blind is $2, big blind is $3. Now, the buy-in can be up to $300, so you can buy in for up to $300. I usually will buy in for $300. And normally a raise pre-flop at one of those tables that I'll play on in Vegas, a pre-flop raise will normally be, because the small blind is $2 or $3, normally be 10, 11, $12 normally. Some people will pre-flop raise 15. Sometimes you'll see 20. It's rare. But every once in a while, you'll get somebody who'll sit down, and the big blind is $3, and they're like 40 or $45 or $50 they'll push in the middle pre-flop, right? Now, some people like roll their eyes and go, I don't. I get very excited by that. Because all it means is I just got to be patient. I'll fold. Sure, I'll fold pocket sevens. I'll fold, ace 10. I'll fold. Sure, I'll fold. And especially if the guy is to my left. If the guy is to my left, I will check every time. Even if I'm sitting on like pocket queens or something, I will check because I know this dude is going to raise with whatever he's got. It's called trapping. And then I'll reel him in and I'll trap him. So I'll wait and I'll wait and I'll wait because eventually I am going to get pocket jacks or pocket queens or ace king or something like that. I am going to wake up with one of those hands eventually. And once I do, I'll check, wait for him to go, and wait for him to go 50 or something like that. And then I'll push all in. 24 million pre-flop. Fold. And then I'll push all in and put him to the test. And if he wants to try to get lucky, he'll call with like 6-7 or something like that. And I'll tell you what, I have made KW a lot of money off guys like that. I've made, like, the guys I'm scared of are the ones who play very quiet and are very conservative. Those are the ones that give me nightmares. Pocket aces, here we go. Now watch, I'm going to bust out right here with my pocket aces. Always happens. Remember I was telling you, eventually, the law of averages says eventually you're going to get one of those premium hands. You just got to be patient. So I'm going to raise this to about 5 million. And if everybody folds, that's fine. 5.5 million. Because I don't want people playing with like 7, 8. Oh, too many people are calling. I should have raised more. But whatever. Oh, good. This guy raised 13. So I'm just going to push all in. So the most I can lose now is like 13 million. Ooh, this guy called for 68 million. Crap. Please don't have like pocket sixes. Nice. That turned out to be a very nice hand for me. So I went from like 70 million in chips to 210 million in chips. That's what happens. Patience pays off in poker. But yeah, it's these big, boisterous guys like to come down, throw in a lot of money, blah, blah. They don't scare me. They make you lick your lips and go, oh, I'm going to take so much money from you. It's the quiet ones that scare the hell out of me. Okay. The artist reacts, writes, "Hey, John, show is awesome, so keep it up." Thank you so much, artist. Cannot wait for The Lion King. You and me too, brother. So excited. I am curious, though, to see what the age rating will be. Thoughts? I'm the Jasmine illustrator, by the way. Well, that's awesome, by the way. What kind of age rating is it going to get? I'm guessing PG-13. Like, it can't be PG. Like, the very fact that Mufasa dies, spoiler alert, everybody, the very fact that Mufasa dies, and is very heartbreaking, it's a mature moment in the film. And the lions and the hyenas and all that kind of stuff, there's violence in this film and killing and whatever. I gotta believe it's going to be PG-13. And that's okay. Because Disney knows the PG-13 rating on Lion King is not going to scare anybody away. People are still going to bring their kids. People are still going to come and be a part of it. PG-13 isn't going to scare any of them away. And they're right. because they already know we watched these movies as kids. They've probably already shown the original anime to their kids. The only thing that's even going to make it marginally a little scarier is the fact that it's going to look real. It's not a live action film, and it's definitely an animated film, but it's going to look live action, and that can make it feel a little bit more to home. But I don't see anything in there that would cause any rating higher than that. And Jesse the Savage is subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, Jesse. And 10-4, I'm not going to play that hand whatsoever. So yeah, I think it's going to probably come in there around PG-13. That's where I see it coming. I think that makes most sense for it, and I think that is probably where it's going to land. All right, Nicholas Glenn writes, thoughts on the Last Jedi haters swarming Star Wars Celebration this year? I don't know, man. I mean, really, what thoughts can one have? I don't even want to comment on it. I mean, I don't know how many Star Wars. Look, it's okay to hate a Star Wars. Look, there are Star Wars movies I hate. I mean, I hate the prequels. Does that make me a Star Wars hater? No. If you hate The Last Jedi for like legit movie reasons, then that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. And if you still, look, I went to Star Wars Celebration Orlando even though there were Star Wars movies I hated. So it's okay. People who hated The Last Jedi can go. Now, if they're going there specifically to try to be assholes and living, TJ Hilton subscribes. Thank you so much, TJ Hilton. If you're going there specifically to try to be a shit disturber, well, that's one thing. But you can be a Star Wars fan and hate The Last Jedi. And you can be a Star Wars fan that hates The Last Jedi and go to Star Wars Celebration and look forward to it. So on that level, there's nothing wrong with that. That's totally fine to me. Okay. I'm going to make it look like I have a king with the outside shot of having nut flush. Okay, so this guy called 9 million, so he's got a king, and he doesn't want to bet me out of the pot. So now I need, an ace doesn't do it for me, I need, 23. I'm going to call just because I have nothing better to do. I need a diamond. Let's see what happens here. And I didn't get it. Son of a bitch. I think that tiny guy, watch this, Tiny had 2 diamonds as well. No, he had king 7. Oh, but this dude flopped a boat. So I was right. That guy did have a king, but that guy flopped a boat. I was in last place all the way. With the boat, that means even if I hit my diamond, I was beat. Full house beats. For those of you who don't know, full house is 3 of a kind and a pair. I'm not calling 5 million with 7.5. That's 3 of a kind and a pair. So that's a full house. Full house beats a flush. So I was beat right away. Even if a diamond hit, I was done. That's okay. I bought in for 95 million in chips. I'm still at 176 million, so I'm still doing pretty good. Let's see. Where are we at here? Darth Impact writes, really, John? Poker? Cool. Yeah, what can I say? You know what the nice thing about playing poker online for these play-in chats is that when I'm playing like Battlefront or even World of Warcraft, it's difficult to keep up with the chat boards. It's because I'm in the action, right? The nice thing about playing poker and doing play-in chat is that I've got a lot of time in between hands. I can actually turn over and answer questions that are coming in, which is actually kind of nice. Nicholas Glenn writes, I personally hated the Rose Tico, but only because I thought she was a bad character, not anything to do with her race or gender. Oh yeah, listen, look, first of all, I love Kelly Marie Tran. She is a doll. She is just delightful and wonderful and kind and considerate. And, you know, Anne and I had a chance to meet her, and she was so nice to Anne. And I just think she's great. But one of my criticisms of the movie, and I like The Last Jedi, but I have several criticisms of it. One of my criticisms of the movie was I did not think they used the Rose character right, nor do I think they used, because I thought they used, I thought they used John Boyega well in The Force Awakens. I did not feel they used him well at all in The Last Jedi. I don't think they used Finn well at all in The Last Jedi. I didn't like how they used Finn or Rose or the whole Canto Bite scene or any of that kind of stuff. I thought it was misused. I thought they were misused characters. I thought they just weren't used the right way. And again, nothing wrong with that. But then you had a lot of people going after her, calling her a lot of racial slurs, a lot of sexist stuff and all that kind of stuff. It was just disgusting. It was disgusting. And And remember that one time too, even on Rose's the Wikipedia page for that's got me nothing. Even on the Wikipedia page, somebody went in there and changed the description of her character from her actual background to and they changed the character's name to Ching Chong Ching Chang, and it's like this dripping toxic racist bullshit. And but hey, I'm with you. Sofaro Ong, just I'm just gonna check. I should have folded. Ooh, I've got a pair of sixes. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm going to fold. I'm with you, though. I didn't think they used the character right. I just don't. And there's that. Okay. Let's see. Pedro Augusto Marquez writes, I hate The Last Jedi, but I just keep living my life. There you go. I hated the prequels. Whenever anybody asks me about the prequels, I'll mention that I hated them. I thought they were terrible. But then I move on and I go on with my life. It's just simple. You hated The Last Jedi? Cool. If it comes up in conversation and somebody asks you, what did you think of The Last Jedi? You can say, I hated The Last Jedi. I don't think this worked and this worked and this worked. And then you go on and live your life. And that's just being a part of a film fan. That's just part of being a film fan. So good on you, Pedro. All right. Paula Crabtree writes, happy birthday, John, today. Oh, really? Today's your birthday too, Paula? Happy birthday to both of us, Paula. I hope you have as good of a day as I've been having, and I hope you get to spend it with friends, family, or whatever it is you like to do on your birthday. Some of these cards I'm getting. 8-3. I'm not going to play that. So happy birthday to you, Carla. That's great. KW writes, happy birthday, Gio. I hope it was a fantastic one. It's been fantastic so far. I'm going to sneeze. Woo! That was big. It has been a great birthday so far. So a couple of tremendous things happened today that I'll talk about later. And my day's not over. I'm getting taken out tonight by my wife, which is always great. So very excited about that. KW, that was KW. Darth Impact writes in, happy birthday to my favorite YouTube movie pundit, many more, John. Thank you so much, Darth Impact. I appreciate that. Let me get back to that in a second. Here's that situation. Pocket pair. I'm not going to raise. I'm going to get in for cheap. It's a small pocket pair. Like if it was jacks or queens, I'd raise here. But with a small pocket pair, because all I'm looking for here is to flop a 6. 6 flops. I've got 3 of a kind. Okay, now I'm hoping this guy has a jack. So I'm going to raise, and he's going to call. If he does have a jack, he's going to call. He's not thinking I've got pocket 6s right now. Now I'm in trouble, though, because there are 3 clubs on the board. 17 million. Okay. I'm hoping a 10 jack 4. Nope, I'm done. Well, it's only 500,000, so I'm going to call that. And sure enough, yep, he's got the flush. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what happens. You flop a set, and the turn comes and gives them a flush. What can you do? I played it right, but sometimes poker teaches us good life lessons. That sometimes you can do everything right. This is an important life lesson that I've learned. Sometimes you can do everything right and still fail. You can do everything right and still lose. And sometimes, you lose or you fail and you think, what did I do wrong? Sometimes you didn't do anything wrong. And you learn all you can do is try to put yourself in the best position to succeed. And that's all you can do. Like in my career too. Oh, I got a nice hand this time. In my career too, all I can do is look at myself and say, did I do what I could have done to give myself the best chance to succeed? In whatever it is I was doing, did I do what I could have done to put myself in the best position to succeed? Now, a lot of people in this hand, I got Jack Ace. I think I probably got the best hand right now, so I wanted to raise big, get as many of these guys out of the hand as possible. Jack King is not what I wanted to see. I really didn't want to see a queen. Now I've got 2 cards on the board that are bigger than mine. And now this guy's probably, yeah. I should have bet when it was King Jack. Oh, I'll play that wrong. But I'm still up. I bought him for 95. I got 131 right now. Okay, so what I've learned is that even when I've had my share of failures and mistakes and bumps along the way in my career and things I've done, but I've always got to be able to then look in the mirror and say, did I do what I could have done to put myself in the best position to succeed? If not, What do I need to learn here so I can do better next time? And if I did do everything I could do to put myself in a position to succeed and it just didn't work, don't sweat it. Just move on to the next thing. So, and that's kind of a lesson I learned from poker, because like that hand I played just a minute ago when I had pocket sixes, the flop came, I hit my set, I played the hand right. I mean, there are probably different ways I could have played it as well, but generally speaking, I played the hand well and I played it right, but the guy hit a flush. Okay, so I did everything essentially right, but I still lost. That's going to happen. The key, though, is if you do the right thing the majority of the time, more times than not, you'll be successful. Sometimes you won't, sometimes you will. And I've learned that. I've applied that lesson to my career. And you know what? When you apply that principle to your life, you find that you become less scared of failure, right? When you accept that you can do everything right and still lose, then you kind of stop fearing failure. Because really, more than failure, I'm afraid of doing things wrong. But if I can do things generally right and I fail, then I got nothing to lose any sleep over that. And I think that'll just make you a little bit, like we're all scared of failure, but I think it'll help you deal with failure or deal with the fear of failure a little bit more, and it won't be as debilitating to you. And yeah, that's just kind of a life lesson I took away from that. Okay, and I have many life lessons still to learn. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? KW. By the way, and thanks for that, Darth Impact. I appreciate that. KW writes, may your eggs be ketchup-less and your family prosper and stay healthy. Thank you so much, Kate. I appreciate that. It is crazy how major of an issue that has become the ketchup and eggs thing. You know what? I trace it all back. I remember I went on a hunting trip with my dad up in Northern Ontario. I went on a hunting trip with my dad, and we got this cabin in the middle of the woods, and it was me, my dad, and a couple of my dad's friends. I was probably about 17 or 18 at the time. And one of my dad's buddies made breakfast, and it was scrambled eggs, and he put ketchup on it. And I had never seen such a thing. I've never seen such an abomination of nature. But having never seen it, I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I tried it, and I almost vomited. Like honestly, like just like I almost puked. So ever since then, whenever I see somebody with ketchup on eggs, I feel a little bit of a gag reflex pull on because of that traumatic experience I had with that disgusting flavor of ketchup on eggs. But it is funny how that's just kind of become a running joke around here about me with ketchup and eggs. Let's see. Casinema Reviews writes, did you see the Nerdist Star Wars parody of Shallows? It's great. Yeah, as a matter of fact, somebody wrote that in the other day. It is really good. Now, a lot of these parody musical things are usually kind of lame. This one is really rather funny. If you haven't seen it, I saw it all over Facebook. But yeah, it's a parody of... got to fold this again. Jack 5. It's not worth playing. It's a parody of Into the Shallows from A Star Is Born, but instead of Bradley Cooper, it's Kylo Ren with the mask on and playing the guitar and singing to Rey. It's pretty funny. It's very well done. A lot of these are lame, but this one was actually pretty well done, Casinema, and I got a big kick out of it. I showed it to Ann, too. She liked it as well. Okay. Sharan Aurora writes, how about the new Detective Pikachu trailer? Still haven't seen it. I've had people tell me about it all day, but I still haven't seen it. 10-2. Come on, give me a hand I can play. The great poker player Daniel Negreanu once said, and I remember, I don't know if he was kind of joking around on a table, but he said it, but it always stuck with me. He said this, folding poker is winning poker. Folding is a winning strategy. Because a lot of people get impatient, like 10-2, they'd play 10-2. Well, now you've thrown money into the pot that you're probably not going to get back, and now you lost money. Folding means you can't lose any money. And I just remember Daniel Negreanu, one of the great all-time poker players, good Canadian kid, by the way. Daniel Negreanu once said that, and that has stuck with me ever since. So I'm not afraid to fold a hand. Let's see. What were we saying? Oh, yeah, so the Detective Pikachu trailer. I still haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it today. I'm definitely going to watch it. Real or Deal or Entertainment just subscribed. Thank you so much, Real or Deal Entertainment. Good to have you on board. So I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I will watch it before I go to bed, and I can guarantee you we will talk about it on the John Campea Show tomorrow. Me, 5'9", I got none of that. I'm just going to fold because there's an ace on the board. Somebody's got an ace. So we're going to talk about tomorrow. So I haven't watched it yet, but I will, and I'm sure we'll talk about it on the John Campea Show tomorrow, so make sure you come back and join us for that. All right, Cade W. writes, John Jones is going to demolish Anthony Smith. Look, yeah, but first of all, Anthony Smith, and this in the UFC fight on Saturday, Anthony Smith has no business getting a title shot. He has no business getting a title shot. I have no idea. He is not going to last 5 minutes. He's not going to last the first round. John Jones is going to knock him out in the first round. He has no business being in there. He was handpicked to throw in there to make John Jones look good. That's why he was thrown in there. And it's, there's like 40 million in the pot, so I got to call 7, and that killed me. Another diamond would have been nice, but let's see what happens. 3.2 million. Well, I got to call 3.2. I don't have to call 15, though. Someone's got an ace. I'm going to fold. Shield just subscribed. Thank you for joining us, Shield. Thanks for being here. Old Pocket Aces had a set of aces. Dude had ace king. Yeah, I was really, really done for. Anyway, so good that I got out of that hand. 8-3, not going to play that. So yeah, we're going to talk about, but anyway, the Anthony Smith thing, it's a disgrace that he's even getting a title shot. He should have had at least 2 or 3 more legit profile wins under his belt before getting that title shot. They are simply throwing him in like meat to a lion. He has no business being in there, and he was just there. Now, I'm more excited about the welterweight, the Tyrone Woodley welterweight title fight. I'm much more excited about that fight. I'm looking forward to the Robbie Lawler Askren. Is that how you pronounce the last name? I'm looking forward to that fight. There's a couple fights I'm looking forward to. It's going to be a good card. I just don't think Anthony Smith should be in that fight. All right. El Cid 0685 writes, thoughts on the new X-Men Dark Phoenix poster? Yeah, I just saw that a little bit ago. Just saw it before I started doing my game stream here. Look, I have heard the movie's a disaster. Hopefully that information is wrong. I'm just telling you what I heard. I heard it's a disaster. Fingers crossed that information is wrong. But it's a good poster. Yeah, I got no issue with the poster. I think it's a pretty decent poster. Doesn't mean the movie's going to be good, but hey, if we're just talking about the poster, I actually think the poster, thumbs up for me. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Okay, let me see. How long have I been going here? I've been going for over an hour now. Or no, 45 minutes. I've been going for about 45 minutes. Let me see here. 7. 10 of spades. This is what some people call gap-connected cards, where you can get a straight out of this. You can get a flush out of this. This is one of those hands that I'll try to get in for cheap. So I'll get in for one. Hopefully nobody raises. Somebody does raise if it's, 8 million. Okay, if 2 people call, I'll call. We got to fold. Fold, 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 fold. I'm out of position. Yeah, I'm going to fold. Not worth $10 million. Not 710. 9, 10, jack, queen. Yep, I would have lost. There we go. That's why we fold. Okay, 10 jack. 10 jack is my sucker hand. Sucker because it's really not that good of a hand, but I love playing 10 jack. I don't know why, and I call it my sucker hand because I usually lose a lot of money with 10 jack. Because like I said, it's really not that good of a hand. And now I'm getting in for 3.4 million. And nothing. So I'll just check fold that. Oh, well. Let's see what happens here. Maybe everybody... no, I got to fold. Let's see. Geeky Games writes, my birthday this Sunday, turning 21. Well, happy birthday, Geeky Games. I hope you have a great one. 21's a great age, man. 21's a great age. So many things you can now do. And I hope you have a wonderful birthday this Sunday. And have a good one. But be safe. Be safe. I know some people can go a little crazy on their 21st birthday. Just go crazy, but put in some limits. Keep yourself safe. Keep your friends safe. You don't want You don't want anything bad happening and tarnishing your memory of your birthday. But make sure you have some fun too. Go out, get a little filthy, do your stuff, do what you need to do. All right, I'm going to play one more hand here. I'm going to play the next hand no matter what cards I get, because my last hand. And hasn't been a great day, but I bought in for 95. I'm at 114, so I'm almost 20 million up. It's going to be my final thing for the day, ending with 20 million up. That'll take me up to about 1 billion in chips that I have with WSOP. I said I was going to play the next hand no matter what, and I get the worst, statistically speaking, the worst hand in poker, 2-7. But I said I would play it, so I'm going to play it. Let's see what happens. Of course, when I say I'm going to play the next hand no matter what, it ends up being 2-7. Now look at this. I got an up and down straight draw. Up and down straight draw means I can get the bottom card, which would be a 3, or a top card, an 8, and that'll give me a straight. So let's see if I can get a 3 or an 8, if I can keep getting in for cheap here. Well, I've got a pair and an up and down straight draw. Anybody with a 3 already has a straight, but if I can get a 3, I've got a bigger straight. So give me another 2, an 8, or a 3 here. Nope. Ace is not what I wanted to see. I just lost the hand. Yep, didn't want to see that ace. Someone's got a 3. Check, but I'm beat. Someone's got a 4, 5, or 6 for a pair. Yep. Oh, that dude flopped 2 pair. Okay, now this will be my last hand. Oh, and it's a much better hand. I'm going to raise with this hand. See what happens. Okay. Oh, raise to 6, but I like... Yeah, that's only another 2.5 million for me. Oh, crap, somebody raised, and I hit call. Crap, I thought they only raised 2.5 million, but somebody raised like 15 million. I would have folded. This is what happens when you don't pay attention, kids. Now I got to fold. Okay. And I'm getting out. Leaving the lobby. All right, guys. And that takes me up. So I finished up 1 million chips. I finished with 96. I bought in for 95 and cashed out with 96. So there you go. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for joining me here today and just hanging out, making it a lot more fun. I love playing games when I can actually talk with people. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Koa just sent in one quick. Let me get to Koa's here. Koa says, I really thought the Justice for Han thing was about Han Solo dying in Force Awakens. Of course he did, because Han, right? Don't feel bad about that. It can be a very confusing thing. I don't think you need to feel bad about that in the least. But yeah, it can be a little bit confusing, right? Everybody talking about Han. I get it. Don't worry about it. Okay, guys, that will do it for me. Thanks a lot for being here. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.